Hello, I wanted to do a short video about searching in a Web of Science. On the slide that the seminar leader has showed you, there is a link towards this page that you can see here with the database tutorials from the library, the university's library. And there are quite a lot of different databases are available. You probably know Delphis, which the university provides, and WebCat, which is for all the books that the library has in stock. But the one that I prefer myself, but there are many choices that you can actually make and you can choose yourself, but the one that I like is this one, Web of Science. If we click on that, we can see that there is all kinds of support for Web of Science, but this video simply wants to demonstrate the actual search engine. And accessing it is relatively straightforward. On this page about Web of Science, here we have a link called Web of Science Core Collection, and if we click on it, it should go to the core collection of Web of Science. It could be that it asks you to log in with your university credentials, so that's your email and your password. But then you should have access via the university for this particular search engine, Web of Science. It says core collection, and it's relatively straightforward, I would say. So for example, in this box, you can put in the search terms that you want. If you are interested in learning styles, then what it actually will do is it will look at all the documents that have learning and styles in there. Here you can say whether you want to look at the topic or the title or the author. Topic is a relatively sophisticated choice because the topic looks at the title and the abstract. It looks at the classification, so it looks at multiple things. And to be honest, most of the things that I've been searching for actually were good enough to keep it on topic. You can add some more criteria. So if you know something else that you want to look at, you can add some more rows. You can say, well, this author and this keyword, and I will also want to know from this particular keyword or title that it has all kinds of things that you can add. When you choose reset, it goes back to one box again. And I put in learning styles without quotes for now. And then when I click search, it will look for exactly those. You can see there are quite a few hits, but there are not as many hits as you get, for example, in Google Scholar. That sounds maybe a little bit bad, but actually it isn't, because Web of Science database is more conservative. It will only show you certain sources, and most of them will be peer-reviewed journal articles. So that's why I like it as well. It's a bit more stringent. So 23,000 of them, but as you can see, it looks at learning and styles. So if I click on this particular link, look, learning, and somewhere else, it will also have found styles. So that's not really what we wanted. We wanted learning styles as one particular search term. So if I go back again, what I should be typing in is maybe learning styles. And then search, and then it looks at the complete concept of learning styles, and as you can see, there are 5,809 hits over here. And you can scroll down, and indeed some have in the title learning styles, some don't, but when you click on them, you see that in the abstract there is a mention of learning styles. So yeah, indeed we were successful here. Sometimes you then want to refine your search. Maybe you're only interested in the newest articles or the oldest, or maybe only from certain journals. Here on the left, you can actually refine this. You can also create alerts so that they actually email you if there are new articles. But in this case, maybe you're interested in the years, maybe you're interested in education research only and not so much in computer science. So you can refine your search basically, and I think you know this from many other search engines that you encounter, but this one is specifically for journal articles, for research. So maybe you're interested, for example, in everything from 2017, or maybe before. If I click on more options, you can see I can choose all the years. Maybe you're especially interested in 1990. You can tick that box, say refine over here. and then you only get those 27 hits from that particular search that you've done. Let's go back again. So, and I go back. So now we have all 5,809. Maybe you're only interested in educational research. So you can tick that box and say refine. Yeah, so on the left you can refine and drill down, and what you want, of course, is a sizable and a normal amount of hits. Not too many, but also not too few. Here on the main screen, all the articles are ordered by year. So the newest one is at the top, January to March 2021, so very new. And here you can see there are 259 pages, and if you want the oldest one, you go to the last page. If you want an overview of all the articles, how many are there, etc., you can also choose Analyze Results. And then you can see, oh, so many are from education research, so many are from scientific disciplines, so many are from computer science, interdisciplinary applications. And on the left you can also see publication years, for example, so you can see that, and it's slightly strange, by the way, that Web of Science puts the newest year on the left, so you need to read it this way. You can see that there was an increase up to 2017, but now it's going down again. And hopefully you will understand why towards the end of the seminar, because actually learning styles are quite, debated whether they actually are useful or not. So lots of other things here on the left that you can look at. Countries where research has been published, most from the USA, England, Turkey, etc., etc. And China over here, for example. All right, let's go back to the actual results. Here they are. You can also see what the name of the journal is over here: Reading, Writing Quarterly, Thinking Skills and Creativity, Interactive Learning Environments. When you click on one of the titles, you get to the details. You get the title, the authors. You can click on those, of course, as well. And you get an abstract, as you can see over here, and some other information. If you then think, this is an interesting article, I want to read it a little bit more, I need to know more than just the abstract, you can click on some of these links here at the top. Whether they immediately work depends a bit on whether you are on the campus, or whether you have a VPN, or whether you have logged in or not. But the one that I often use is this one, Look Up Full Text. Then it actually goes outside of Web of Science to Google Scholar, as you can see over here. You will be asked to reference your articles, so just a little tip for you. The way that I often do it is to then click on this one, and then you get all the links, the references. And so for Harvard, for example, you can just copy paste this into your paper. I think that could be quite useful. But more importantly, you want the actual article, so click on that article, and then you should go to the actual publisher's page. So in this case, we're on the publisher's page. If you have already logged in, then the whole article is already available, as you can see. You can click on the PDF and download it as well. If it gives a login page, then you have to log in, look up University of Southampton, and then log in with your email address and your password. And together that should give you access to most of the articles that you want to read. And if not, then perhaps the library doesn't have a subscription, but it seldom happens that you cannot access it. So yeah, that should give you access to the actual article. All right, so that was Web of Science. We got there from this page from the university. There are many more databases that you can access, but this was just a short demonstration of this particular one that I enjoy the most, Web of Science. Thank you.